So hi guys, in this video I will try to explain you the best way to improve your heroes. I'm talking as a castle that it's not a big spender, so I will try to make this video based on kind of heroes that you can find easily and you can have on your castle. This is why I will show you that in my castle I don't have heroes that are very expensive, like Mulan. I found just one shard, and Kanoa I don't even summon it yet. But let's talk about the first thing that it's important you do. It's decide the kind of troops that your castle will be led by. I will suggest you to use infantry heroes, and I will tell you easily why. The first reason is because the heroes are easier to be improved without spending much money. For instance, a sun that is one of the best hero for infantry. It's very easily to be found in the KVK chest. Another thing is that the shieldman, the T10 for infantry, are very good defender for all the kind of troops. So they will protect all your kind of troops, archers, cavalry and siege. And so this is why I suggest you for the very high HP to have statistics high on your infantry. And also because we don't have enough money to be focused on different kind of troops. So this is why my suggestion is about infantry. Of course, take everything as a suggestion, because I can talk about my little experience in this game and I cannot talk about other kind of troops like cavalry, archers, because I didn't have the chance to be focused on that. I make the choice on infantry. I'm very happy about it. First, you need to know that you have to be focused as a defender first. If you want to be an attacker, you can be focused on your equipment, your research and everything about attack. And in the future, you can think about having good heroes and be an attacker. But first, you need to have very good heroes on the wall. I'm using my best. Don't build 40 heroes with books if you don't have even enough for 2 heroes. You just need to be focused on a couple first. This is why in your main heroes I suggest you to keep books about infantry, defense, HP, attack and whatever, also in the second one you are using. But how to do it, I will explain you soon. First, I will make this funny game. I'll try to combine the heroes for the defense. Let's start with, if you have Rin, but you don't have a son, you don't have Gideon, you don't have Ogid, what I suggest you is to use the easy Rafe, that it's very easy to be found in the game. So I suggest you use him. But if you have Rin but you don't have a son, and you don't have Gideon but you have Ogid, I suggest you to use Rin with Ogid. Why I don't suggest you to use Rafe, even if it's strong statistics and everything? Because it's not strong enough. And I suggest you to use it only as a transition. So try to work hard on your heroes as soon as possible. Because even if Rafe is strong, because his statistics about attack and defense are very high, I can assure you that it's not as strong as it seems. Okay, let's try. If you have Rin and a son and you don't have Ogid, what I suggest you, it's easy. It's to use Rin and a son together. They are very strong together, and that could be a very good transition waiting for Gideon. If you have Rin, a son and Ogid, I suggest you to use Rin and a son. Why? I will explain you later the reason why. But if you have Rin and Gideon and a son, use of course a son and Gideon. And I'm talking about the Gideon 3 stars. And I suggest you to give up on Ogid if you have Gideon 3 stars. Because he's very, very strong, even if it's not full yet. Why is Gideon 3 stars and a son 5 stars stronger and better than Ogid 5 stars and a son 5 stars? Yes, I think it's time to explain you. We need to check something that it's called Battle Prestige. First of all, let's check the strength of the heroes. My Ogid is level 27 and my son 24. But what about the Battle Prestige? It is number that I'm showing you, and it's very high, even if it's a 24. But I will show you in Oged what happened. Even if it's 27, so supposed to be higher, the number is very low compared to the one on Hassan. Why? The answer is very simple. It's because Oged is an orange hero. And even if I didn't want to say it and admit it, the orange heroes are weakened than the gold ones. Whatever gold we are talking about. So why battle prestige is so important? Because the books on your heroes are multiplicated for this number. This is the reason. And if you check the skills of Hassan, also the secondary skills is improved every 100 battle prestige. So this is why it is so important to use higher books on a higher battle prestige hero. I will make it simple. If this number is higher than the other heroes, I suggest you to put the strongest books on this hero. But yes, as I said, it's easy. It's because this is a gold hero and Oged is an orange hero. But now let's talk about another hero that is not full yet, Gideon. This hero occurs, it's not very strong. I mean, looking at it, it's just a 3-star hero. But what makes it stronger is a secondary skill that increases the shield infantry's chance of activating dodge by 10% and the spear infantry damage by 29%. So this skill that makes him strong for T10 and T11 infantry makes this hero called Gideon crazy, and this is why it doesn't have anything to compare to Oged, and this is why I suggest you to give up. If you have these heroes 3 stars and use it on your wall, it will work against rally and against single attack way better than an Oged that it's full 5 stars. I know it's sad, but this is the truth. And I will show you something else. The battle prestige of this hero is awful because it's very low. So what I did, I didn't put high books on it. I keep them in level 10. Why? Because I wanted to maximize the books on my Hassan first. When I finish to increase my books on Hassan, I will keep Gideon going higher with the books. Why? Because the battle prestige is lower, the multiplication will be lower, so it's better to have higher books on a higher prestige hero. Let me say, if you don't have Gideon yet and you are using Oged and Hassan, then before increasing all the books in one of the heroes, check the battle prestige. And if your Hassan has a higher battle prestige, don't push the books on Oged, just Oged and Hassan, just a few. I suggest you to do the opposite, so keep the books on Oged, for instance, at level 15, maybe 18, and then maximize Hassan with higher books like 20, 22, until you reach the level 30. This will help your heroes and your statistics to be stronger. This is a change that I suggest you to do if you are working with all the kinds of heroes. Just check the battle prestige first of both the heroes and decide on which one is better to have the books. Let's talk about the skill of Oged. Oged is very crazy because 85% of HP and defense for your infantry. This is a very high number, so why I'm suggesting you to use Rain instead of Oged if you have a son and Oged and Rain. The reason is because in your castle you don't have only infantry first, and I'm sure that you have also archers and other things. And the second reason is because the secondary skill of this hero doesn't work on the wall, unfortunately, because it's very crazy. 1000 infantry, every 1000 infantry decrease the damage received from your infantry. So unfortunately this is not working on your wall. I think maybe it's good for defend the buildings, but not for your wall. So if you have Rin and Hassan, I say again and again and again to use Rin and Hassan. Okay, why? Rin is a gold hero and is battle prestige is very high, so you can put all the books you want on top of him. And the other thing is that he increased defense and HP by 50%. So even if it's 35%, your statistics are not jumping, and you won't say, oh my god, my statistics are so high. It doesn't mean anything. You need to have a hero that can protect your troops and make you kill most. So this is my suggestion. Use Rin and a son if you don't have Gideon, and Gideon and a son if you have both of them. And Gideon needs to be at least 3 stars. I hope with this video to help a few of you understanding a little bit better how the heroes works and the battle prestige. And I suggest you to check all the time these numbers before making a choice. And remember that you don't have only infantry in your castle, so Rin, that is a mixed hero, it's very good for your defense. Well guys, for every question I'm here and I can answer you, so just write me if you didn't understand something. I try to make my best to make it easier. And remember, this is just my opinion, so enjoy and see you in game.